Welcome to the BBN Daily News. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and join the notification gang. And if anybody would like to help the channel out, we also have a PayPal down below that you could just put $1 or two in, or whatever you think is the equivalent to whatever the video is that you're watching. In addition, I'm also in the process of putting a Patreon page together, so don't join just yet. But a Patreon page will be together pretty soon, so enjoy the news coverage. The New York Post is reporting the entire Texas National Guard has been mobilized for search and rescue operations by Texas Governor Greg Abbott. That was announced on Monday. About 3,000 Guard members had already been activated in response to Tropical Storm Harvey, and now there will be roughly 12,000 deployed in Texas. It is imperative that we do everything possible to protect the lives and safety of people across the state of Texas as we continue to face the aftermath of this storm, Abbott said in a statement. All of our hearts here at the BBN goes out, and when I say our hearts, I mean subscribers, the people that help me work on the videos. Well, that's me. I work on the videos by myself, but we all of our hearts go out to everybody in Texas. We hope that that no more deaths. As of reporting this, I have been informed that there has been 5 deaths. That number could be skewed one way or the other, but about 5 people have lost their lives due to this storm, and we're gonna hope that no more people have to lose their lives due to this terrible tragedy. In addition to the entire Texas National Guard being mobilized, also Mexico has been offering aid to the Harvey victims. Mexico has offered Texas a helping hand, as good neighbors should always do in trying times, as Tropical Storm Harvey continues to ravage the Lone Star State. Mexican Foreign Minister Luis Vergara expressed his support for Texas during a phone call Sunday night with Governor Greg Abbott, and that's being reported by the Dallas Morning News. So right now the situation is as thus that even other countries is helping out with some of the problems that we're having in Texas with the storm. And that goes to show that even when things get hard, you can still have people step forward and want to give a helping hand, even when you don't see eye to eye on other things. So let's clap it up for the Mexican government for extending their assistance in such trying times. This is a map of the path that Harvey has taken and is estimated to take. So this is what's going on. Anybody inside of these areas, anybody that even if it's only going to miss you by 20-30 miles, please be careful, be aware, stay safe, get to safety, wherever it might be the appropriate or the operative building that people would head to, or destination. Please get there. We don't need any more deaths, and we don't need any more hardship happening to anyone else. And everybody, don't forget your pets. Please don't forget your pets. Don't forget your cats. Don't forget your dogs, your hamsters, your parrots, whatever it is, animal that you have. Don't forget it. If you know somebody that they can't get around on their own and they need assistance, please go help them. This is just a time that we have to all look out for each other, and we have to like, this is not about, that storm don't care what race you are, that storm don't care what color you are, that storm don't care who you voted for. Right now, we all need to get together, and we need to help keep each other safe. It seems that the Trump candidate or cabinet, or at least the individuals that work more closely with Trump, we have lost another one. Actually, several key Trump officials have resigned from the State Department. Donald Trump's administration has had extremely high turnover rates. Some of them, such as Steve Bannon, were allegedly forced out, but many others have simply resigned rather than work for Trump. Now, there's been a new batch of departures. Foreign policy has reported that on Friday there was a wave of mass resignations from the State Department officials. One official who opted for early retirement said that many were dissatisfied with the way that the current administration was running the State Department. It wasn't a matter of official policy, since many of these people have served under both Republican and Democratic administrations. So I want to apologize for the previous comment I made. It's not his cabinet. It's individuals who have been obviously working in government for quite some time now. The way Trump is doing things, it seems that they just don't want no part of it. They don't want to be part of that history. Rather, the reports indicate that they are growing frustrated. They're growing frustrated with the many budget cuts and the department has had to endure. Tracy Ann Jacobson, who served as Bureau for International Organization Affairs, William Rivington Brownsfield, U.S. Assistant Secretary of State of International Narcotics and Law Enforcement Affairs, and one of the country's top European officials, John Heffernan, have all left the State Department within weeks. So basically, it seems that people are just choosing to not work in the Trump administration for whatever their reasons might be. It said that there's just been the budget cuts have been terrible. So you have to assume that you're cutting budget from one place. It's a budget. So you don't cut budget and then don't put it somewhere else. It's obviously going somewhere else. I guess the worry is, where is it going? So we have these people quitting. So I don't want to make any kind of inferences on where I think it might be going, but obviously the money is being cut from their budgets and they're not able to do their job appropriately, maybe. So that's where they're leaving. Who knows? I don't know. Foreign policy column Lynch writes that many of these individuals was pushed out or resigned due to dissatisfaction with the way the government is being managed. However, the author notes that many of those who left voluntarily said that they would have remained on if things had been handled differently. Sounds to me like some people maybe felt disrespected. Foreign policy professionals, Lynch wrote, are either being pushed out or resigning over frustration with an administration that was downgraded the importance of Washington's diplomatic corps. Former and current officials said Jacobson and Brownsfield, who are 65, has reached retirement age but is not required to step down, have left of their own volition. But former U.S. officials said that Jacobson in particular would not have left if the situation was different. So obviously there's a lot going on in the government that we don't even know about, and a lot of people that work for the government seem to be disenchanted with our current president. Now, I'm not going to place any blame on him. No, who knows? Maybe they are running it in a corrupt way and he's there to stop the corruption. Maybe they're not running it in a corrupt way and he's there doing stuff and it's preventing them from being able to be as proficient as they would like to be. Who knows, right? I'm just reporting. So on here, we usually do a douchebag of the day, but douchebag of the day is going to be a little bit later on this particular video. And this guy would have made it on a different day. This individual really looks like a douchebag. This individual would have certainly made it. So this is a man who claimed that he was stabbed after being mistaken for a neo-Nazi and lying. I saw the story, but I did not cover it because it just was too far-fetched. Anyway, a man who claimed that he was stabbed after being mistaken for a neo-Nazi now admits that he made the whole story up after accidentally stabbing himself. Joshua Witt, 26, told police 2 weeks ago that he was getting out of his car in the parking lot of a Steak and Shake in Sheridan, Colorado, when a man came over to him and attacked him with a knife. So he's sitting in his car, he's minding his business. He said, "Hey, why don't I get out?" And then when he goes and he says, "Hey, why don't I get out?" Right while he's getting out of his car, some random Joe Schmo runs up to him and stabs him. Watch where you see he gets stabbed, though. On Monday, the Sheridan Police Department told BuzzFeed News in a statement that Witt admitted to making the story up after police confronted him with evidence that the attack never happened. Witt, who posted his claims on Facebook, claimed that a man asked him if he was a neo-Nazi reaching over his open door reaching over his open door to stab him. I was getting out of my car to go get myself a milkshake, and the next thing I hear is, "You one of them neo-Nazis?" As this man was swinging a knife at my head over my car door. Witt told Buzz News at the time. I threw my hands up in a natural reflex and this kind of dived back into my car as the suspect took off running. Police became suspicious of this story because surveillance video did not show anyone running from the scene, as Witt had claimed, and because police found and interviewed someone who matched Witt's description of the attacker, who is a transient and lived in the area, was cleared as a possible subject. Now I'm going to tell you why this dude is such a big douchebag. Let me put his picture back up. Numerous different reasons. One, you stabbed yourself. This dude cheddar bobbed himself. You understand? Second, he's saying he stabbed himself by accident, but he blamed basically somebody who was living on the street. He just saw somebody and blamed them. And then he accused them of a hate crime. The police need to look into this guy. Seriously. I mean, wherever he's at. Reporting a fake police report has to be illegal. They need to be looking into this guy. This guy is just douchebagging him. He's a douchebag. But the douchebag of the day is much bigger of a douchebag than this guy. But he's a douchebag. He tried to get somebody in trouble for a crime that they did not commit. So right here, so apparently I look like a neo-Nazi. This is his Facebook right here. That guy right there. So apparently I look like, why don't we flood him with some comments about how he's a douchebag. So apparently I look like a neo-Nazi and got stabbed for it. First of all, you was in your car. He couldn't see. You was in your car. So you wasn't even walking. Luckily, I put my hand up to stop it, so I only stabbed my hand. Please keep in mind there was no conversation between me and this dude. I was literally getting out of my car. And look how he stabbed himself. There's a good chance he stabbed himself on purpose so he could frame somebody. I mean, I'm just throwing stuff out there right now, so you know, pardon me. I'm just saying shit. Like that's probably not what it is. Don't get me at my word. That's just my opinion. So you know, Witt said he called the police immediately, but said they weren't able to track the man down because the nearby security cameras didn't capture his face. He said he went to the hospital, received 3 stitches in his hand. He was charged with falsely reporting to authorities and released on a summons. Witt did not immediately respond to a request for further comments. Yes, please, thank you. They charged him with something. He needs everything charged with him. This guy's the worst. Be perfectly honest with you, I don't know how bad I should feel for these idiots. How do you spray? Okay, we're just gonna go. These guys are just morons. A health professional in California reported cases where Eclipse viewers sought medical treatment because they put sunscreen on the eyeballs. What? KRCTV.com reported that these individuals applied sunscreen because they did not have NASA-approved eyewear. I mean, what the hell? Like, oh man, seriously? One of my colleagues at Moonlight have stated yesterday that they had patients presented at their clinic that put sunscreen on their eyeball and presented that they were having pain, and they were referred to an optometrist. Ophthalmologist, pardon me. Trish Patterson, a nurse at Prestige Urgent Care in Redding, California, said, "Look, people, man, if you spraying sunscreen on your eyeballs, just be happy that we don't live back in the time where you had to get your own food by killing animals." You would have not survived. You would have not survived. Douchebag of the day. And now for our douchebag of the day. This douchebag is a police officer who does not actually do his job to the best of his abilities. What he decides to do is, instead of finding the people who actually committed the crime, he finds any old person, gets them accused of the crime, and then produces the evidence to make sure that they're in jail. This is what this individual does. So, veteran NYPD detective who has been branded a monster and a terrorist by critics is fighting back, claiming he's a victim of the de Blasio administration's anti-cop policies. David Terrell filed a $175 million notice of claim against the city Wednesday that says it created a cottage industry of gangbangers who collect taxpayer money with bogus complaints of police misconduct. Did I fail to mention that the city has been sued numerous times due to this guy, and they have had to pay out, I think, over $20 million already. So, what helps make him douchebag of the day? This individual put a young man in jail for a crime that he knew the young man did not commit. He knew the young man did not commit it. This young man also had, if I'm correct, a full scholarship to go play football. And now the young man had to take a year out of his life inside of Rikers Island because what they do, okay, this is what they do. Pedro Hernandez, 17, they were going to give him a deal where he didn't have to serve any jail time. But when you take these deals, these hurt your future because now people can look back and see that you've been in jail for a crime. He said, I'm not taking this. I'm innocent. I didn't do anything. Now, first of all, he was arrested for supposedly 2 different shootings on 2 different occasions. So how are you even trying to give him a no jail plea deal? That doesn't even make sense. They knew that he was not guilty. Who knew he was not guilty? This police officer, David Terrell, David Terrell's partner, and also one of the ADAs. But why is he getting douchebag of the day and not those other people? Because he has decided to sue the city because he's upset that they don't want him putting innocent people in prison. This man right here has the audacity to act like he is the victim. So this man right here, David Terrell, is douchebag of the day. If you like this video, please hit the like and subscribe button. If you would like to help dictate the direction that this channel takes, please leave a comment. All comments are appreciated, whether positive or negative. Thank you very much and enjoy your day. And remember, positive thoughts cause for positive things to happen. Let's get it.